That's it.
Testing.
See, I wasn't wearing a sweatshirt today, so I was like, oh, it's not that fucking cold out. So, I mean,
I'm curious to know if it's gonna rain.
yeah, they've been saying that.
And it act like it wanted to. It drizzled a little earlier.
Did it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. King, you ready to go?
What up,
Ready?
King?
All right. You ready? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Couch Talk. We are your hosts,
Coach Sayon.
and your boy Rory. So today we're gonna chop it up a little bit. It's not gonna be a super long one. Coach is getting prepped for vacation, so we gotta
Heading to North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, family reunion. So
But that's how committed he is. He wanted to make sure that he was able to be here for you guys.
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna make it quick today. So what was the first thing you wanted to hit on?
Well, we was just chatting about. Was it coaches? We was talking about coaches. Coaches or parents who sign up to be a coach and don't stick it through.
Right, King. All right.
Coaching is important, and building a staff is just as important as building your team.
Yeah.
The kids that you're coaching. Coaches, when you take on that role of a coach, that should mean something, and you should. If you don't act right, it should make you want to act right. I wear that coaching title like a badge of honor.
Now, to that, right? But in most cases, because it's volunteer. So what's a good way to go about like picking, I guess in a nutshell, your team? Like, is there anything that you have that you use as like a filter to kind of be like, I'm not feeling that. I do like this. I mean, is there more to the process of when you help pick your squad?
And you talk about my coaches?
Yeah.
All right, so when it comes to trying to get coaches, first of all, they volunteers.
Yeah.
It's hard to get guys that live far away to come and join you, so that's very tough. So you kind of gotta take what you get,
Yeah.
and manage those guys with what they do best. So I try to ask all my anybody that I do have as a coach, I try to ask them what they're good at, what they like, what they coach, I try to make, because I want my coach to be comfortable and anywhere he is. So I don't want to put a coach that likes to work with linemen with D-backs or linebackers or running backs.
Yeah.
I want to put a coach where he's more knowledgeable at that position. So once I find out what they like, what they do best with the guys that sign up to be a coach, because I need a staff regardless of what.
Yeah.
I need a staff. So I try to look for guys with more knowledge. Whoever has the most knowledge, I put them in the higher positions. So if, like last year, I had a coach that he works at the high school as well. He's a offensive guy, so I had him do defense because he wanted to step away from offense a little bit.
Okay.
But he knows offense and he knows defense.
All right.
So that was okay. I said, okay, no problem. Then another guy, he was good with the D-backs, receivers. So I put him and another guy with them. And I wound up calling the offense. And the other guys, I put them where they were comfortable at.
So now, what do you do when you get into a situation where the volunteers you have just don't know that much?
Well, I try to coach them as well, teach them.
So you're doing double the job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
yeah. And I like coaching though. I like coaching coaches.
No, I know. Oh, you okay? Coaching coaches. All right, I got you.
Yeah, I like to teach a coach. And you know what? Most of them always come back and show appreciation. Like, yo, I never knew about X, Y, and Z. I never, you know how many coaches came up to me, been coaching for years, like, yo, I never knew about that. Or, yo, that was a cool drill. I'm going to use that.
All right.
And the coaches would actually from other towns, all stars, especially drills, all kind of different stuff that are different techniques and things that I've learned in Elizabeth when I was younger and growing up. I bring some of those things back and then I add a twist to it. Things I learned from college, things I learned from semi-pro. All the experience that I've had in my time, that's what I kind of bring to my team.
So now, has everybody always been like so just, easy to take in the information?
Oh, Lord. This topic here. Y'all gonna have to forgive me.
So
being a head coach ain't easy.
Do you need your safety blanket?
Nah.
Okay.
Being a head coach ain't easy. The decision that all the decisions that I have to make, I have to entrust in the people that I pick, the coaches.
Yeah.
So people get mad because see, I'm trying to be nice and I don't want to offend anybody.
Where's the fun in that?
I'm it's, I like people.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? I'm a people person. And being a head coach, you have to make some decisions that people not going to agree with.
Isn't that like all the time?
And but what's mind blowing is it's no different from having a job, right? And the supervisor you cool with, but the supervisor, y'all cool outside of work, you know what I'm saying? But when it's work time, when it's business time, he a supervisor. You gotta be a supervisor.
Okay.
Ain't no time to act like the way y'all act outside, right? So when he gotta lay the law down or make a decision that you don't agree with, what you gonna be mad at him? The same thing with a coach. Yeah, I'm no different than the rest when it comes to as far as volunteering. But as a head coach, I have a responsibility to keep order, to make sure that my program is running correctly. And when I say my program, I mean my team. I'm not talking about the whole program. And when I say program, I'm talking about specifically the group of kids that I have, I consider my program.
Okay.
Because it's a whole system that has to work, that has to go together. And yes, you're not going to always agree with your head coach. You're not. But the head coach has a vision. And your job as assistant is to try to understand that vision, not fight that vision. And that's where a lot of people who call themselves coaches, that's where they go wrong. Because instead of them trying to understand the coach, they trying to push on what they're thinking. And because the coach ain't really trying to take what you're saying and use what you're saying, you feel like he has an issue with you or he got a problem with you or he don't like you. No, it just means it didn't make enough sense. And dudes take that the wrong way. Then they judge you a certain kind of way. Then they try to make you look like you're arrogant or you're a jerk or you're hard to work with. Yeah, I'm the most easygoingest dude on the planet. I get mad when people try to make me out to be this demon or this bad guy. I hate that. Because, anybody when I say know me, if you say you know me, then you know my character. Yes, I may talk loud because I'm a loud talker.
You got your
But doesn't mean that I'm angry.
Do you have your tap shoes on?
Why do you say that?
Because you're dancing around the question I just asked you before.
It just took me into all of this. But what was the question?
I said, I don't even remember at this point, but I know it was something about.
So how the hell you know I'm tap dancing?
Because I'm like sitting here, I was like, I know I asked him something.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about so I said something about. Oh, it's about like I don't even remember.
You don't remember?
Brain fart.
Look at this here.
It was something to do like
It was the question that you wanted to know. Simple, very simple. What is it like to have to lead?
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you about when people not. Next question, sir.
Go rewind it.
Next question, sir.
Go rewind it.
So as you were talking about getting to the point of, leading the people and everything like that.
My team
yeah.
is my program.
Yeah. So now, how often? So I know. So this is like a little spin-off. So how often do you have it where you have coaches like coming on with you, or like what's the ratio of people that don't have coaching experience as opposed to do have coaching experience? Like, is it every year? It's only like, it's always like just one coach that doesn't say have the experience kind of deal.
Man, listen. Each year it could be different. Now, at least for the next 2 years at the youth level, I have an idea of the coaches that'll be with me next year, okay. Which 5 of us will be coaches at the high school. Okay. So you're talking about the things that we're about to do with this group of kids. It's going to be amazing.
So you're going to be set with the coaching staff.
I already got my staff.
All right. So now,
and I have 4 of them with me last year. 2 of them dads I'm bringing as trainers, but the actual coaches is going to be the 5 of us that's going to be at the high school.
All right. So now to spin off this for the people who don't know, what are like the steps you have to take? So like me, if I wanted to become a coach, right?
Uh-huh.
What are the steps that I would have to do to be certified to become a coach?
First thing, get a background check.
Okay.
Once with that program though. Okay. So whatever program you want to be a coach at, first thing you got to do is do a background. Okay. When you do your background, then you got to register at that program as a volunteer coach. Okay. And
that's when you do it like on the app and stuff like that. They'll ask you if you want to be a coach. All right, got you.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
You don't have to have any experience or anything.
No, I know. But I know there's other things you got to do, though.
Like what?
Well,
you got to take these
tests.
That's
what I'm saying. We're trying to explain it so the people know.
Okay.
Silly goose.
These tests you must take every year. Okay. So this is not a one-time test. And it's multiple tests. It's not even just one. And now everybody has to be CPR certified. So not only do you have to take these tests, you also got to do CPR classes every 2 years.
But what kind of tests are you talking about, though?
Okay, so you'll watch videos of all kind of conduct, how to be, how you should act, how you shouldn't act, all right. Signs for bad coaching, good coaching, technique, how to teach tackling.
So they make you go into they take it in depth like that, like
you got they break down every session of the game, and they teach you every session of the game, and they teach you how you should be.
Now, how many hours? Because you said you got to do that every year.
Yeah.
So how many hours like does that take? At that point, I can't imagine it's got to be at least a few hours.
Maybe about an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
How the hell are you supposed to break down the whole goddamn game?
Because they're in sections.
Yeah.
Right. Listen. So it's like I'm trying to remember. All right, so it's like it's like 4 certificates you got to get.
Yeah.
All right, one is for concussion. That takes like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Then one is for tackling. That's like 45 minutes. Now you got to get a certificate in each one of these.
Yeah.
Then there's 2 more. You got to, and each one. So when I say an hour, I mean
like
per.
an hour per thing.
Per.
Right. Yeah, so it's like at that point you're batting almost like
3-4 hours. Yeah. So
and then you got to do that every year.
Yep.
But it's in one. So it's like, oh hey, you won't come on a Saturday.
Right before the season starts, and your certificates have to be in. Okay. Whatever league. See, I can tell you about Saraville.
Yeah.
So Saraville, we AYF. So I would say our season starts the last Sunday in
July?
August.
Oh.
Early. Yes, August. Last year was 2 weeks. The Sunday before last.
Wait, so y'all be starting practice at the end of August?
What? End of August?
That's what you said.
Dude, we already a month in. No, season. Meaning first game.
Oh, my bad. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Because I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like,
nah, first game start. But some teams, some programs have later starts like that.
Yeah. No, that makes more sense because like I heard there was teams that like they were starting, they were working on conditioning in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I was like, who?
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah. Yep. But some kids need it more than others, and most of the time programs do it for free, and the kids come out and work out. And that's summer workout.
Yeah, but then at that point, don't you have to worry about that? That's through the organization,
right? But
then they have to be worried about. Do they have to do any like waivers and stuff like that, or is it kind of like just at everybody's discretion? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's
it is. You gotta sign up. You gotta register to be a player. So once you register, then you medically covered.
Okay.
So it ain't like you just could walk off the street and come work out.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I just thought because, like, from what I'm used to with just dealing with my kids, it was always like August 1st or whatever it was, started football. But then there was kids that did July. So I'm all like, okay, is that like under? I get it. It's all like because not everybody does like organizational like workouts. They'll be like, oh hey, we just want to get the kids out, and then they'll like you know what I mean, stuff like that. I'm like, I was like, this doesn't always seem like it's covered.
It's covered.
Right.
Yeah, by most programs are covered.
All right.
Yeah, most, unless somebody out there doing it individually.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, so then at that point, there's all that. So you're looking at like 4 hours of just getting certified.
But it ain't gonna feel like that. It ain't gonna feel like 4 hours. I promise you.
And then you still got to get the CPR stuff.
That's a whole nother session.
Yeah, and I know that's like
now that's 4 hours.
That's 4 hours on its own.
Yeah.
So then
And you got to get physical. You got to.
Yeah.
You
got to do like the.
Yeah.
They give you like those weird mouth guard things so you can blow into the person's face.
Yeah. They give you a whole little kit that you can keep on you for if you ever have to need it, so you don't have to put your lips on the person's lips. They also run you through a scenario, and you got to play parts. It's a lot of parts.
Role playing.
Yeah. You got to act out the scenario, and I always have fun with CPR class. Yeah, bro. If you go into something, it's with life, anything. If you go into it defeated, then you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna be bored out of your mind. You're not gonna be paying attention. You will probably become a nuisance in the class. Like, you gotta go. I try to go with everything with a positive attitude, upbeat, up spirit, and take it head on. And however it go, it go. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be myself. And I always do. I always have a different instructor, and I always build a great relationship with the instructor within that 4 hours.
I mean, I hope
I've had an instructor tell me, you could have gave this class. Literally.
So you got all your certifications done. You get your CPR certification. Mm-hmm. So then, like, is that it?
Yeah. As long as you got those AYF forms, certificates for the 4 things, yeah, and your CPR certification, yeah, and you register with that program, and they have you on the roster as a coach, you're good to go. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I just thought of another good one now. Right.
What's up?
So You got your 4, say whatever it is, certification, CPR certified, right?
Yeah.
You're linked up with the organization.
Uh-huh.
Now, right? Now, I don't know about you, but this seems like fun to me. But now at this point, how do you start establishing your playbook?
Okay. So, me personally, I'm only going to speak from experience.
Yeah.
I built my playbook off of the group of kids I have.
Okay, so that...
So I don't come in with a set offense, no.
Oh, okay. So every year it's different.
It's different.
So then, yeah.
You'll never know who I am or what I'm doing unless I know I got the same kids coming back.
Yeah, I got you.
So I'll have some of them, but then I'll add on to what they should already know, which would make the playbook bigger.
All right. So, like, do you have, like, I'm assuming it's kind of like everybody's got, like, that generic Madden playbook kind of deal where everybody picks, like, you have your set plays, like your foundation.
I create my own plays.
There's only...
I draw them by myself. I don't take them off of nothing. I don't... if I see something I like that is similar to my offense, I'll draw it up.
All right. Yeah, because it's like... I be seeing the kids, and it's like I always wondered why. I was like, I understood, like, hey, a lot of teams, like at the younger level, it's just pretty much like running the ball. You know what I mean? I get it, but I was like, at some point, you got to take some risks.
If you listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is the guy honest truth on any level. You want to know why we run 90% of the time in youth football? Because most teams don't have a quarterback that's accurate, right? That could throw the ball a good 30 yards easy. Well, listen.
Yeah.
I want to answer. I want to help you understand why in youth football there's more running than it is passing.
Yeah.
So it's either you don't have a good quarterback or you don't got a good receiver.
No, but I mean, like...
It's one or the other.
No, but like with Maddox's team, they had like... Because the 1 year with Maddox, they had the one kid, Chris, he was the main quarterback, and then they had Maddox flipping in. So, like, at quarterback, Maddox could throw the ball, Chris could throw the ball. They just chose not to throw the ball.
I mean, between the both of them, right?
Yeah.
How many touchdowns did they both throw?
That's none.
None. Right? 0, right?
That I recall.
Okay. How many interceptions did they both throw?
None.
Nobody threw an interception?
No. Dude,
did they throw the ball at all?
That's what I'm saying. It was like there was no more. They would work on pass plays at practice.
Okay.
But like, actually, they might have had like one touchdown pass or something like.
You sure? I could have sworn you told me Mason threw an interception.
No. That was Mason's. I'm talking about with Maddox's team.
Maddox. Okay.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking about Mason?
No, because No. We talked about that.
Yeah. No. This is the thing. I heard you say Maddox, right?
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I heard Maddox, but I was thinking Mason. Right. Because I never heard you talk about Maddox as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And this is the very first time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you talking about Mason.
No,
wow.
No, but like.
My bad.
Maddox, like, he was like, the kid Chris was really good.
Yeah.
He was awesome. And then like Maddox had a chance to learn some stuff. And like in the, what was it? But it was like, both, like any of the kids that they put at quarterback could throw the ball. They just didn't really do pass plays. And
okay, so you telling me you got quarterbacks? Do you got kids that could catch the ball?
Yeah, that team was good, man. They went the 1 year Maddox jumped on his first year. They went to the championship.
Was your line good?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like that's what I just did not understand is that like
did you run the ball?
No,
great?
they like legit ran the ball all the time, and they maybe threw the ball like twice a game, if that.
Okay.
I didn't understand why.
You had a coach that didn't trust in the offense to throw the ball. You had a coach that trusted in his team to run the ball, and that's all culture. When it comes to that, and you got kids that could catch, and you got a quarterback that could throw. Bottom line, the coach only has faith in the run offense. That's it. That's your faith in your coach. Because the kids ain't calling the play, the coach calling the play.
No, I know. I never understood. I was like, but then you watch like all the other teams, and it's all like, you know what I mean? Like when we threw the ball, I'd probably say like it was like a higher percentage that the play worked out, like the pass worked out. But I was like, dude, it's all like.
You want to hit? Look, last year when we threw the ball, listen, my quarterback threw some picks. He threw a couple touchdowns, not many, right? But we were more stronger to run the ball than we were to pass the ball. Offensive line was a little shaky. You know, I had a lot of kids that were first-time players. So it's all about trust in your kids and what your kids show you they're able to do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they practice it, and coach wasn't happy with the outcome of him. They might do picks in practice, you know. They might do overthrows. They might do dangerous passes. Their decision making might have wasn't good. It's something the coach didn't feel comfortable enough to pass the ball.
Man, I was just like, it never made sense because I'm like, man, I was like, the kids can throw the ball, you know what I mean? Like, I got videos of Maddox like on the run throwing the ball.
Yeah, just because you could throw the ball don't mean you're a quarterback.
No, I know that for a fact. I know that. But I'm just saying it's all like, I was just a little upset because I was like, they had the kids with the skill set that they could throw the ball and they just didn't utilize that often.
And these is coming from your eyes, right?
Yeah. And mind you, I'm the one filming this stuff.
I know.
So that's why I'm all like, you know what I mean? This is me just.
Are you at practice though?
Yeah. I was always they were at Monroe, so I had to be there. I wasn't gonna drive.
You wasn't drive there, come back home, and
no. I would sit there and like
I get it.
And it's like the kids were talented. They were a great group of kids, man. I was like I said, it was what happened is that because when they were at in the championship game, you know, everybody scouts everybody's team, especially like when you're, you know what I mean? So that's what happened. And coach just had his like 8 plays that he ran all the time. And they learned the formation of when they're lined up like this.
What grade was this? What level?
This was 2 years ago.
Maddox is what, 11?
Yeah, so it was like.
So he was 9U?
Yeah.
Well, just unlimited?
No, I think
was it weight?
It was Pop Warner.
Yeah, it was weighted. Okay, first of all, it's 9U, a 9-year-olds.
Dude, I'm just saying, the one kid, the kid Chris, not bad, bad.
I would have to see, honestly, what the team looked like, because people thought last year like my team. Listen, I had to start from scratch. I had to take them down to the basics. I had a coach that wanted to be more advanced. He wanted to do stuff from college. And I'm telling him, like, dude, that ain't going to work. I said, if the basic stuff won't work, what make you think that's going to work?
Oh, yeah.
So I said, listen, we got to be more patient. That's something I have. A lot of people don't have it. A lot of people don't have it. And that's why I get mad when people sign up to be a coach and then you don't rock with the coach you with. You know, you signed up to be a coach.
Well, that kind of falls into the category of, you know, hey, I'm the parent. I know more than the coach.
Oh, God.
Did I touch a nerve?
You know your child at home more than I do. I know what your son like on this field. So
how often have you had it that you've had these parents come in and they swear that they know more than you?
I had 2 last year. One of them quit. He left. He took his son too.
Have you ever had to like kick somebody off?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I got rid of 4 coaches in one season. The high school team that just graduated, that's graduating this year, the seniors this year.
Yeah.
I had them at 14U.
Oh yeah.
That year, I had to tell 4 coaches to step down. So the first coach, really 3, but 4 left, and one of them left, and I'm about to tell you right now. So One coach, he was brought on by the guy that was the president, Keith.
Okay.
He told me he was a decent dude that he coached. I think he'll be a good fit for you. He'll come help you out.
Yeah.
I said, all right, cool. Send him down. He came with another guy. Cool. So that guy, the guy that he told to come down, he was undermining everything that I was saying. He was talking about things that I had them doing. So other coaches around that he's saying this stuff to was telling me.
Yeah.
So I talked to him man to man 2 times. I asked him, is there a problem? He like, nah, there's no problem. I'm like, you sure? So he's like, nah. So another incident happened. I came to him. I said, bro, you told me it wasn't no problem. What's up? You got an issue with me telling you what things to do? Like, what's going on? Oh, no. So he three strikes you out.
Yeah.
Another incident happened. I just said, yo, bro, I'm good. So the guy that he brought with him, which I liked, he was a good coach.
Yeah.
I wanted him to stay. He's like, yo, bro, I came with him. He brought me. So if he gotta go, I'm with him. I said, yo, I respect that. As a man, bro, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? If you change your mind though, you got a spot. You can come back.
Yeah.
Then after that, I had a dad, a father, who did something very bad. He embarrassed. Put it this way, he embarrassed the kid.
All right.
And you don't embarrass a kid. I was out sick, and he embarrassed the kid, and I told him he had to go. So he was mad at me for a minute because I told him that we'll come back and talk about it, but after talking to everybody, after talking to the kids, after talking to him individually, after talking to the other coaches, I just made the decision. Look, you did too much to this kid. I can't. The kid father also was out that day, so we both was out. So he got to hear it from his hurt son. It's just it was too much. You embarrassed the kid. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? So he was the third coach that left. And then a guy I really did like, he wound up getting into it with one of. Now, listen, when you know you got a hot-head kid that'll snap off on you, you gotta play him a different way. You can't be aggressive with him because he gonna piss you off because he gonna say some crazy shit. And the young man said some crazy stuff, and the older man, which is the coach, said some crazy stuff, and the mother standing right there and heard it all.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, so that became the fourth coach.
All right.
You know, so, and I ain't tell nobody names, so I ain't trying to embarrass nobody. That ain't what I'm about. But listen, being a head coach is a tough job. And you're the leader. That means everything falls on you. The wins, the losses, the mistakes, the injuries, the practices, everything falls on the head coach. So yes, if you're a weak person, you're a weak head coach, then your parents gonna run over you, your assistant coaches is gonna run over you, and your kids gonna run over you. So because I stand with both my feet all 10 toes down on everything that I say, some people can't handle that.
But like, that's what I don't understand is it's all like, from my experience with you as a coach, it doesn't seem like you're like an outlandish guy or you're asking for anything crazy.
Nah, but I have my set way that I expect things to be, and that's just that. Especially football and basketball, a little different.
Yeah, obviously.
A little different, you know what I'm saying? The parents are different. It's just different, and it's more. It's more. You got the most 12 kids in basketball. Yeah. I could get as many as 36.
That's crazy.
Right. That's a triple.
Yeah.
Almost triple, but still.
Yeah. No, it's more than triple.
36?
Yeah, 11.
I said 12.
Oh. Oh, my bad.
You know your math bad, right?
Yeah, my mom says I'm ugly and I can't read good.
You burnt, bro. But your math was on point, though. You good.
All right. No, you know what I was going with that. 11. Yeah, it was like, all right. I didn't hear the 12. I'm deaf in this ear, you know?
But it is triple, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you just deal with more kids, and then you got, if you got 2 parents for 1 kid, so if you got 36 kids, how many parents you dealing with?
And in most cases, if you're lucky, it's 1.
Nah, you unlucky is 1.
Oh.
You need 2. 2, stability. 1, unstable. Little rocky. You don't know what you're about to get, especially if it's your first time dealing with them. But that's why I always let everybody know before the season start. I always have a big meeting with the parents and the coaches. If I'm the head coach, yes, I do things a certain way, and I get my meeting out early so the parents understand where I'm coming from, how I'm moving. And if you ready to jump ship, now is the time. You know. And some people
ain't nobody jumping ship, bro. Listen, it's like I just paid that registration fee that's non-refundable.
Listen, 2 coaches got mad with me and left me pretty much like close to the end of the season.
I love you, dude, but you got to chill out with this thing. You're loud as hell with this thing. Relax, bro.
He said, "You just moved it to the other side. You think I ain't about to get to it?
Go chew it over there, man. It's like chewing right in my ear, yo." I yell at, he does that all the time, and then Megan yells, she's like, "Oh, he's a dog," and I go, "Yeah, but I hear that in my ear all the time. You're gonna be pooping orange, kid." So yeah, it's one of those days.
Well, yeah. So I had to let 2 coaches left me this year, and one of them I was cool with, like we was cool. And out of nowhere, he just stopped coming, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I found out he mad at me. He don't like the way I'm a good coach, but he don't like the way I coach. I'm like, huh? I'm like, all right.
That is an oxymoron.
Yeah, man, look. I treated all them kids fairly, and I pushed every kid. It didn't make sense to make 20 freaking plays for them when our blocking wasn't up to par. My linemen, we had to listen, and you guys, any of my coaching staff, we put time in every day at practice on blocking. It was a new thing, and these kids, sometimes it take a year to get your kids where you need them to be.
Yeah.
And I'm here for the long haul. I already told the program, I'll stay with this group of kids all the way up until they leave.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah. That's it. Isn't that usually the thing? I can't imagine.
Normally it is. Yeah. Normally it is, but
can't imagine wanting a new team every year.
No, but I have done it. I've been a head coach on different levels. Like I haven't been able to stay with the same level because the coach above me bumps up. When I'm bumping up, there's a coach already going that way.
Yeah. So
I just go and find another level to head coach.
That's wild work.
Yeah, but now this time though, I'm staying with this group. Either I'm the head coach or I'm not coaching.
I think you put your time and you earn that.
Yeah, I haven't had my own group yet, and this would be my group. Yes. We didn't win a game during the season, but we won the friendship game at the end, which I'm so proud of that team because they could have been quit, could have been gave up, but they came to practice all the way up to the last day. They came to the last game and gave it their all. They won. They know what it feel like to get a win. They know what it feel like to put in hard work and to win. So I was super proud of. That's the one with them pouring water all over me at the end. That's a group that you stay with and you build from.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Listen, and to call me and to say you wouldn't bring your kid back because I'm coaching. What did I do to your kid? I helped you. Your kid got better. Your kid got better because he wasn't where all of the kids from my football season in 11U got better by the season end. Each player. That's called developing.
Yeah.
That's called taking your time. That's called going through the process. And a lot of people don't got patience for the process. Everybody want to win now. I'm so sick of this microwave ass life, yo. Everything got to be like this, fast. Oh, if I don't got if I don't got the right pieces right now, I don't want to do it. Put the time in.
That's a valid point.
Build something.
And then that's the thing. Like you said, it's microwave stuff, yo.
There was even a guy who took his son before I even got a chance to coach him. Took his son because he didn't get the head coaching spot.
That was super serial.
Bro. And I was just a defensive coordinator the year before because I coached his oldest son.
Yeah.
I was just a defender, the defensive coordinator on the 14U when we merged with East Brunswick. What did I do to your son? Your son tried to be quarterback. They already had a quarterback, a good one. Why are you pointing the finger at me? I had nothing to do with that. I didn't run the offense. So, look, man, people got their own crazy way. My resume speaks for itself. I help kids. I develop kids. I ain't with that talking like I'm bad to kids or I'm not a good coach or my coaching way was wrong. Why? Because it wasn't your way?
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Oh.
I want my championship and I want it now.
Well, some things you got to work at first. You got to build up. You know, and I can't stand being judged and looked at a certain way when I give every piece of me to make sure these kids get the right treatment. I fight for these kids.
Well, I can't stand that I didn't get a championship.
I never won a youth championship.
I mean, that's not an easy.
Not in football and basketball.
That's not an easy ask, though.
But I never won a youth football championship. But I won plenty in high school and semi-pro. Plenty.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's different. You get the kids are older. They've already been established a bit. Like
that to me, that's when they count more.
Yeah, but and it's more meaningful when you win it at the youth because at that point you're teaching these kids that don't know nothing and you're bringing them from nothing to something.
Yes, but you building is better when you build them up. Yeah. And you have a few losing seasons. Yeah. And you get better every year. Yeah. Yeah, that's growth.
It's nice. It's nice when you can actually have the kids come back the next year.
And you win.
Yeah.
When you get to the top, your 14U year. Yeah. Everybody that's been beating you while you was down there. But you get up to the tippity top. Now, what championship is more better? The young ones or that top two? That 12 and 13U?
Well, obviously it's the older one, but it, like you said, it's when you started with the kids when they was younger and then you developed them over the years. Bro. That's meaningful because then you started from nothing.
Scratch.
You started from scratch, blank canvas, and then you painted a Picasso.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously, it's nice if you get it in along the way because the pieces all just worked out.
That 14U team I was talking about, the seniors now, we started out our season 0-3.
I know
we ended up at the championship.
Okay,
we lost, but we made it to the championship. We won on an 8-game winning streak.
Again,
8 games straight.
Not an easy task.
Hell no. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm a motivator. I inspire people, young people, and I push them. And I give my all to make them into better young men. I just hate when people try to twist and act like I'm the problem. Hey, like I said, my resume speaks for itself. Period. I obviously doing something right. I keep getting the job.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna just keep asking you to keep coming back if you're just
messing things
up. I mean, obviously you're not a who is a her.
Sorry for the emotional one today, man. I just just a little fed up.
He's being soft today. It's fine. Everybody gets a pass.
So.
You want to end it on a good note?
Yeah, let's end it on a good note, man.
You want to do like high five?
No.
No? All right.
Fist bump?
Fist bump?
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, thank you for coming. Coach got to get out of here. He's going on vacation, so he's got to get everything ready to go. But we'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Couch Talk with
Coach Sayon
and Rory. We hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and enjoy it. Peace. I know, I see you getting close to 5:30, so I was all
No, you got I got a few minutes.